sometimes you need to pretend.
Tejaswi, it's the fact that I'm giving up my family. I'm giving up everything in my life.
Everybody giving us family.
No, not everybody gives up
Everybody
family. You're
does.
not giving up your family.
Because I'm not moving to US.
Like, yo, I don't know what the hell is going on with these two, but bro, let's just process that these two, one of them manifested the other one. Meanwhile, the other one dreamt about the other one. And then we're now in this situation where they are going at each other. And bear in mind, Kimberly has only just landed and these two are going off. This is absolutely nuts.
It's not about me. I'm doing something great or you're doing something. It's the
fact that you don't respect what I'm doing. I'm leaving everything behind to be with you, and you can't follow through on this one.
You know what, though, to be honest with you, I'm sick and tired of this conversation about, yeah, but I'm leaving all of these things, blah-de-da-de-da-de-da. When can people take a self-accountability? If you made the choice to leave your home, leave your country, to go and be with somebody else, you do it without expecting some sort of reward or compensation or anything like that. Like, come on, come on.
I'm not your servant for your kind info.
No, you're supposed to be my partner. You're failing at it.
Woo! Woo, that one hurt to hear. How can you say to someone you're supposed to be my family, my partner, and you are failing at it? Who says that? Who does that? Where is the respect in their relationship? Guess what? There is none, clearly. Whew, boy, well, we're about to get back into it. But before we do that, take this time to subscribe, like the video, and also leave your comments down below. But with that being said, let's continue with this madness of just destruction.
The problem is you don't understand if someone is doing this. He's putting his sweat, money, and everything at a time. You should be grateful for that.
No, I do understand that, which is why I was.
I'm gonna lie to you, man. I'm with him on this one. I don't understand how she's finding it so hard to appreciate the money and everything that he's put in to make sure that she has a home to come to. And let's not forget this very key thing. She's moving to a house where she has to live with the whole family, right? The fact that he was able to build an extra extension area or whatever it was just for her and her privacy and her peace, she should be like happy this happened, because I never heard that happen before. Usually you always get the storyline of like, yes, you must live with us, da-da-da-da-da-da. But this time, this man went out of his way to make sure that he could at least accommodate her and her privacy and some of the things that she wanted to the degree he could. And he also had to do it in such a short period of time. And she's coming in like this, like a wrecking ball. Hashtag Miley Cyrus. Let's continue.
I was cutting you some slack, but you came in here acting like a dick.
Mind your words. If I'm expecting you and not abusing you, you don't try to mess with me.
Oh no, but you can just act like you're this. This is not how I want to be treated for the rest of my life. This is not.
I'm sorry, but you can't be talking about this is how you don't want to be treated. Just like my man TJ said, mind your freaking words. The way you come in like this and you want to be treated like what? Listen, how you treat people, expect to be treated the same potentially. You know what I mean? Come on now. Where's your energy?
Not the man I want to marry.
Okay, don't marry me.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Okay, then don't marry me. I don't blame him. To be honest with you, I wouldn't even be sitting there, standing there saying, don't marry me. I'll be like, you know, we are over. Like, who the hell do you think you are? Coming into my home, my family home, and I've done what I can to make it as comfortable as for you, which is currently still work in progress. This is how you want to behave? Do you know what the crazy thing is? This whole scene, she contradicted herself. Wanna know why? Let me show you why.
We have one bedroom. Either Yash or I sleep there with my mom.
And you know what the crazy part is? His dad literally sleeps on the floor in the front room. Meanwhile, Miss Entitled over here is moving mad. And like I said before, she's very ungrateful to the fact that this guy has been able to accommodate her in a house where daddy sleeps on the freaking floor.
So the idea of living with so many people worries me. But I know it's important to TJ, so I'm gonna give it a shot.
Well, I can tell you this right now. Her giving it a shot did not last long or one freaking bit. And also prior to this, she also was saying this as well.
3 people. If TJ and I start arguing, is his whole family gonna get involved?
It's as if she knows, and she knows her personality. It's as if she knows that she's the kind of person who's gonna cause an issue. She knows that she's the kind of person that's gonna argue over anything and everything. So to be interested, it is quite interesting because This whole scene, this whole episode was built up to her going there and then making a whole ruckus that was never needed. I mean, listen, TJ said it himself. Since you've got here and since you've landed, you've said nothing but bad things. Why can't you at least pretend to appreciate this, to appreciate that? You see what I'm saying? But you can't even pretend, you know, because you're so fixated on just being negative. You're so fixated on calling me out. So fixated on just being horrible. Remember, she dreamt him and he manifested her. Jesus Christ. If this is what manifesting does for you, I would never manifest a woman in my life. And if this is what dreaming someone is about, I would never dream about someone in my life. Like, these two are moving absolutely bonkers. Come on now. Well, mainly Kimberly. He's a Kimberly, right? God damn, I kept calling it Kimberly. All right, yeah, it is Kimberly. Yeah. But let's continue.
I know I don't have a lot of patience for things that I don't agree with. If I disagree with something that is for their tradition, am I going to have 4 people all yelling at me?
If you ask me, it feels as if she bottled up a whole bunch of things. She was ready, boom, to explode. The fact that, I mean, listen, is there anything wrong with her thinking about any of these things? No, but it's good to prepare yourself. And if you know your personality, it's good to know how you're going to react in certain situations. But also at the same time, if you know your personality, you should also know how to avoid being in situations that are going to trigger the worst of your personality. Not put yourself into situations that is going to trigger the worst of your personality. Make it make sense, but you can't make sense out of people that lack common freaking sense. At this moment in time, as I watched the scene, I felt sorry for TJ. But going back to the whole manifesting thing, I don't feel sorry for him. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I can say this for sure though. She cannot expect to go to someone's house, live with someone in his family, and come in with the attitude she has. It is far unacceptable. And also at the same time, the fact that she comes from a house where there was she comes from a big family. She comes from living with so many people. I can understand how that can be a bit of an issue for her because she's come out of that and she doesn't want to go back into it. But at the same time, I would like to think that maybe she knows how to be in an environment and know how to conduct herself, you know, in the correct way. But I understand. I understand where the conflict is at. But because the conflict is there, I also understand why they shouldn't be together. The more I think about it right now, it doesn't make sense why they're together. Oh, no. It doesn't make sense why she is with him. Because she's already told us. In fact, you know what? I will let her tell you herself.
I grew up in a big family. There was a lot of yelling and chaos. So the idea of living with so many people worries me.
So here's the thing. So she already knows that she has trauma, shall I say. Negative energy from growing up in a big family and things always being blah, 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 blah. So why would you then opt to marry someone that requires you to live with him and his family? Because therefore you know you're going to be surrounded of too many people for your own liking. Now, of course, the family may be way much more polite, way much more nicer than the family that maybe you came to in terms of how you grew up. Who knows? But at the same time, they could be worse. Who knows? But either way, though, why would you marry someone who going to give you flashbacks of what you run away from, of what you moved out from? Make that make sense. This is ridiculous. Why are you here? Why are you with him? Why are you wasting your time? Do you need help? Like, wow. Seriously. Wow. I'll let you guys let me know what you're thinking down below, because as far as I'm concerned, the way I look at it, everything that she's doing right now is a projection of her past, and it's ridiculous because she could easily avoid it by not being with him. Or, well, yeah, by not being with him, because the option of them living alone was never going to happen. I don't know someone who will leave a traumatic situation and then walk into one that's going to remind him of that situation. Doesn't make any sense. Most bizarre thing ever. Don't forget to like, sub, and of course, peace.